right, so here we are. We got a pre-show match for Sold Out. This is Charlie Dempsey going against Chris Bay, and he picks up the win here tonight with a submission. So he made Chris Bay tap out. Let's see, not that great, but improving. Better than I think he did before, or at least for a pre-show. So that's good. The next pre-show match we have is LA Park Jr. versus AJ Gray. And LA Park Jr. picks up the win there too with a corkscrew body block. There we go. They did even worse. That's why they're on the pre-show. So, all right, here we have Eric Bischoff. He comes out. He thanks everyone for showing up to their first pay-per-view or PLE, excuse me, back here on WCW. He quickly runs down the title matches. Hypes them all up and lays out some of the other matches that are going to be presented here tonight. And he says, as always, for everyone to do their best because he's always watching along with, Jim and Shane. And they're always looking to see who deserves to get pushed up the cards and, get those title shots. So he just wants everyone to keep doing a good job. Again, he thanks everyone, including the fans, for being here. And he says, let's get the pay-per-view, PLE started. All right, so in this first part, Ric Flair comes out and he announces his retirement. He gives they give him a couple of minutes. He gets really heartfelt, thanks everyone for such a great career, says he's leaving the business. And then in the second part of this segment, he introduces everyone to his protege, MJF, and he says that he's here to carry on what the Nature Boy is leaving behind, being the dirtiest player in the game. So there we have it, an MJF debuting here in WCW. All right, what do we have here? Tennille Dashwood versus Chris Statlander. Sorry. Let's see. Decent reaction from the crowd, but their wrestling sucked. That's all right. Chris Statlander picking up the win after a pinfall with the Big Bang Theory. All that matters, crowd heat at the end was very hot. That's what I care about, so that's good. What else? Let's see. Brian Pillman Jr. picking up the win here over Jimmy Jacobs. All right, crowd heat is still very hot. They didn't do that great. All right, yeah. A debut and Joe Hendry picks up the win here against Ryback. Whatever. Crowd heat is still good, so that's all I care about. That was good. Joe Hendry has a groundswell of public support, so that works out. All right, decent reaction. Wrestling was subpar. At least it wasn't terrible, so that's good. We got Alexander Hammerstone picking up the win over Gable Steveson. Nice. Oh, okay. And they got chemistry together, so maybe, we'll do something more with them in the future. And this could be promising. I was looking for something to do with Gable. Good. All right, here we have an angle. Tony Storm sticking to her old time classic, star gimmick going here. Runs into Natalia and says Natalia's everything that's wrong with wrestling, just nepotism and running off the family name, while she does everything she can to make sure that she is timeless. And then she says she'll see Natalia out in the ring later on tonight. So that not bad. Crowd heat is very hot. That's good. I like that. Here we are. Okay, I thought I had spaced out their match further than what I did. All right. Guess we're getting to it right now. A decent match. All right. Doesn't say anything like they had terrible wrestling or anything, but Tony Storm picking up the win here over Natalia after a strong 0, which is her finishing move, pinfall after that. All right. They got chemistry together, so that's good. They did a decent job. Crowd heat was still very hot. Perfect. All right, another match where it was decent. Doesn't say they had terrible wrestling. The ratings are, mids, all 50s, but that's all right. Crowd heat at the end is hot. So a decent match here. Sheamus picking up the win over Shelton Benjamin and Nick Nemeth. That's good. Sheamus carried the match. He's the better performer there. Nick here, subtle mannerisms to hint at a future face turn. Okay. All right. I think I might have messed the. Oh no. Okay, that was good. I did it right. All right. Good heat and decent wrestling. I like that. AJ was off her game. That's too bad. But all right. Crowd heat's still very hot. But Ashley Flair here, once again backing up all that crap she's been talking and picks up the win here, making AJ tap out after a figure four and winning, becoming the inaugural WCW Women's Champion. All right. And Ric Flair was there at ringside to support his daughter. Can't imagine the crowd was very happy with this. Sting. Sting once again hanging out in the rafters, looking down on everything, keeping an eye on things. Looking out for something or for someone, who knows, but he's up there looking and keeping an eye on things. Crowd heat was still very hot. Happy with that. Segment rating could have been better, but that's okay. All right. Another decent match. Featured attraction, picking up the win over FTR and the Good Brothers here, and also winning those tag titles. So happy with that. Ratings about where they usually are. The crowd is still very hot. I'm really happy that that's been consistent the whole night. So good with that. Let's see any other notes? No, not really. What is this? Oh, okay. That's fine. Samoa Joe out here cutting a promo, just letting basically the two in the match, but everyone else in the locker room as well. That whoever wins the United States title, he's coming after it. So they need to watch their backs and be prepared to deal with him once that title is decided. Crowd still very hot. He did better than some other matches, so good for Joe. Good. All right, decent match. Austin Theory here picking up the win over a very confused Ron Killings on where he's at. He still can't come to terms and grasp that he's in a different company now. But he's got he'll figure that out I guess eventually. But yeah, Austin Theory picking up the win here. The new United States champion. Yeah, they didn't need to. I didn't think this crowd was going to be very hot throughout the whole night, so I kind of put some matches in there that were designed to, lift the crowd or hype the crowd or work the crowd. But they've been consistently hot this whole PLE. The first one back, I guess. All right, I'm happy with that. Fatal four-way match for the WCW World Title. But before we get to that, we have the four participants in the back here having a backstage brawl. But yeah, they're nothing much to say about that. Pretty much that's just it. AJ Styles, Jay White, Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre out there in the back. Heated discussion amongst the four about who's going to come out the winner. Turns into a brawl. Eventually, they all get separated and pushed back and held apart until it's time for their match, which I believe is next. Yeah, here we have it. There's that fatal four-way match amongst those four for the WCW World Title. And out on top, AJ Styles picks up the win over the other three. Even though he seemed off his game, they did all right. Segment rating is the highest I've had. These other ones, all right. I thought that would have been higher, especially since they've been hot the whole night, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and finish the show here. See what happens. Yeah, the world title was our highest. All right, we increased popularity in 41 regions with that. That's what I like to see. That's where we need to be headed on an upward trend. Would have gained popularity in, let's see, Canada, British regions, and Oceanic regions, but limited number of viewers there. Okay. I don't know, how do we change that? Maybe, is there anything we can do to change that? Maybe boost our reach with the WCW network to something, to the next tier up. I don't know. We'll take a look at it maybe. Let's see. All right, let's address the locker room. Let's congratulate AJ. Yeah, give him a hug. Whatever. Who else? Who else? You know what? How about good old Ron? Let's thank him. He's been doing a great job. And there we go. Make that speech. AJ is pleased. Ron is pleased. Ashley is pleased. Good. All right. Perfect. Financials. Don't care about financials. More detailed report. No, thank you. Let's do a media scrum. All right. All right. Backstage sources have revealed that there has been a brawl between Ashley Flair and Zaya. That is true. That is true. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I made a screenshot of that announcement when I got it. I don't know if I'm gonna put it before this or after, but yes, this is true. Um, it's gonna brush it off and say it wasn't anything serious. All right, some tension between AJ Gray and Al Snow. That is true. There was some tension there. I forgot exactly what happened there, but that, yeah. But I'm also gonna brush this off as nothing. All right, the sources backstage have described morale in WCW as being poor. As the head booker, do you feel responsible for this? Yeah, I'm gonna brush this off too. That's a complete, morale is fine. We're not. I mean, there's a good number of people upset that Jim Cornette was assigned as the head of talent relations, but you know what? They'll be fine. I'll throw a couple of zeros on a bonus for them, and they'll forget all about it. So yeah, there we go. Oh no. Oh no. My reputation took a hit and morale is even lower because they knew it was a lie. I should have said something else. All right. How are you intending to use your new signing, Nate Webb? I don't even remember which one Nate Webb was. Yeah. There's no shortcuts here in this locker room. Everyone's got to work for it. All right. Recently made a new signing, Leva Bates. Okay, yeah, same thing. She'll have to work her way up the ladder, too. Oh, as is widely known, here we go. I didn't think they would ask me about it. This is interesting, but here we go. As is widely known, Charlie Haas recently overdosed. Your thoughts on this horrible situation? Um, yeah, I'll do everything I can to help him and support him and hope he gets clean. I needed him. Yeah, I hope you are pleased, Charlie Haas. I really needed you. I had plans for you. Good. Perfect. All right. Oh, that was an interesting media scrum. All right, so there we have it. All right, here we are. So let's see what they said. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. All right. Oh, SmackDown getting a new slot. Oh, okay, because there was new sponsor, new deals. All right. Here we are. Awesome. Feedback was it was great. A lot of praise, John. I'm happy it did well. Perfect, perfect. 23,000 fans. I'm happy about that. What do we have here? Oh, drug testing, blah. Nice, nice. 4,475,737 viewers. I like it. Is there anything else? Moral issues in BJW. Oh, my people are mad at me. I said I'll take care of that. I'll just throw some money at them, make them change their minds that they're mad. All right, so there we have it. Yeah, now we have champions in WCW. The United States champion Austin Theory adding his name to the list of all of these. Who better than Kenyon? The women's champ Ashley Flair. This one is the one I made because the the mod that I used they didn't have uh women's history for this one. AJ Styles is our world heavyweight champion. Look at these names. Oh god, there's Russo. Jim Cornette is just still furious. And our tag team champs. Featured attraction. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Have they won these before? Let's see. There's the Undertaker and Kane. I swear they did, but no, it doesn't look like they did. Okay, whatever. Well, they got them now. WCW World Tag Team Champions. So there we are. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. And yeah, that was our WCW sold out PLE. And I'll catch you for the next one, which is the WCW Nitro the night after. Thank you, everyone. Please consider clicking like and subscribe to keep up with further content. Thank you.